Welcome to Beyond Bars.
Y'all. Welcome to Beyond Bars. This is your boy, Khiry the Comic.
And I am Kathryn also a comedian, president of Prison Yoga Chicago. You know, Beyond Bars is a podcast in which we talk to folks that have experience with the carceral system one way or the other, or looking to change it, doing the work around it. And today we have a very special guest.
Special?
Yeah.
You're hyping me up.
Well, we're excited.
Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Luis, but everybody just knows me as Lui Chong. It's kind of my stage name, my music name, and if you guys want to know where that name came from, I could tell that story later.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me. Stoked to be here.
Of course. I know you as Louis as well.
Yeah.
And Louis and I met at a county.
Yeah. Just like normal people do.
Cook County in one of my yoga classes, and I think eventually you were taking Erica's classes as well.
I got moved
on Lower B.
Yep.
And we'll obviously get into a little bit of that, but we're psyched to have you. There's like nothing I think more special, at least for me, if I might make this about myself for a second, but
Please.
Than seeing folks that frankly, I don't think anyone deserves to be behind bars in the way that they are these days, but seeing anyone there here.
Yeah.
On the outside, like it's almost a surreal experience sometimes. So it's not that it doesn't happen often, but we're happy to have you here on the podcast and you tell your story. And we have been talking about this for a while as well, which is why it's special.
It feels like it's been like a year, no?
Probably.
No, because I got locked up in October of 2023, but it's almost there.
Yeah, it's probably been 6 months at least since I've seen you.
Has it?
If not,
no, because I got out in November because I took my time.
Yeah, so at least it's about a while. Yeah,
it's been a while. Yeah.
What you was locked up for?
So I got locked up for fraud and scamming.
Damn, they bumped you, bro.
I got caught. I was moving too fast. I was making some nice moves, but when I wasn't making those moves, I was doing like real petty, like little check stuff.
Yeah, just to get by. I'm already knowing.
And I didn't have any IDs to use, so I was using my name to cash those checks. Yeah,
you was doing walk-ins with your regular identity?
Not walk-ins, no. So, but I was so basically we would take personal checks and like clean them, and there's a way to keep the signature on there. I'm not gonna like try and
We don't want to empower criminals.
Yeah, no.
Not what we're here to do.
No.
But I appreciate you telling the story, guy, because I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I specifically go out of my way to not do, as a couple of folks have done.
Yeah, so there was the walk-ins.
Or not done.
I love doing walk-ins. Like there's a hype to it. Like,
no, it's that adrenaline rush.
Yeah. But with the checks as well, like so like I would get like a personal check made out to Xfinity for like $80, right? And I would wash all that off and like do a $930 check made out to me, wedding DJ on the memo and all that beautiful stuff. I would walk into the banks that like that check was made from, and I'd be like, "Hey, I just saw a beautiful thing last week. My best friend got married. And her dad hired me to be the wedding DJ, and I'm glad I caught you guys at 4:45. A few minutes before you guys locked.
Oh, he was experienced. He wasn't a rookie.
So like and I always knew that I had them when like the second teller would like come by and walk by, and all three of us are starting to talk. Next thing I know, like, how would you like this money? Like, how would you like to get cash? Whatever's easiest for you. I know you're just trying to go home, and then I'd get the cash, fucking turn around. Big fucking smile on my face, get in the car, just slam the steering wheel, fucking just so hyped. It was
adrenaline.
And I'm an upper kind of guy. Like I love feeling up.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Damn. So how did you get bumped, man?
Oh,
you say you was moving fast. What, they caught you in the bank or they came to your crib?
No. So I had a.
And when did they catch you?
So I got caught initially. It's 2025, literally about 2 years ago in September, and that's when the bonds were just like they stopped doing bonds here in Chicago.
Right when they stopped the I-bonds and shit?
Yeah, they were doing pretrial release.
Out of here, okay.
And so I had an accomplice, somebody I worked with, and he was a big heroin user. So like we had just picked up a bunch of checks. There was a check already made out to my name that we were gonna go cash, and there was this dude that we never really hung out with, but like, he was affiliated with, like, we knew him. So he was in the back seat just kicking it that day. We went to go meet up with one of our plugs at like this little commons area, Planet Fitness, all that stuff. And my buddy was like, I'm going to use the bathroom at Planet Fitness. He's on the phone with his girl. He's all doped up. And he's walking around. He comes out and he's on the phone. He's walking around and he starts like going to the wrong car and pulls the wrong handle. And the ladies from the nail salon that was right there.
Oh shit!
Literally, apparently they called the cops, saying that there's.
Does it look like a guy was stealing cars?
It looked like he was like trying to steal shit from inside the car. And me and the dude in the back are just chilling. We're just hanging out. And next thing I know, he comes back. He's picked up. So I'm like, yo, I need you to weigh this shit out now. I want my cut right now. So my impatient, I need it now. I want my shit now. I don't want to deal with your fucking boo-boo later. Then, we did that. And then eventually I see like a cop pulling up in the parking lot. And so I'm like, oh shit, no, let's start pulling out. I'm driving. And then next thing I know, whoop, whoop. And
fuck, I hate that sound so much.
Dude, you're telling me.
It's triggering.
It's not even the sound. It's just seeing them. Like you don't know what they're like. They're like sharks in the water, dude. You don't know if they're gonna come in for you or for somebody else.
Yeah, I get pulled over on the way coming home from jail all the time.
You do?
Yeah,
For real?
I have a black SUV. I don't know if it's like that
Is
or
your
whatever,
windows tinted?
but yeah, they're
You
a little,
cooked. That neighborhood terrible as fuck. Hell
I mean,
yeah.
they're not like they're not tinted beyond like what, but they are pretty dark, and so I get pulled over.
No kidding.
Nobody get legal tint like a criminal. Pull her
Also,
over.
also there was a period where I didn't renew my state license, like my license plate, because I didn't know that was a thing. So I was getting pulled over all the fucking time.
When did you figure out that
Right.
that finally
What
was
the
a thing?
hell? You've been here for years. What are you talking about?
Well, fortunately, at least one or two times, I mean, allegedly, I told them that I had never heard of it before, and I bumped it a couple times, and I started getting tickets, and they were like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
How many times did you get away with it? She probably like a fourth time, like, oh no.
Never heard of this.
Well, I mean, honestly,
That's
a
when she
couple of
started
times
blinking
though.
hard. I didn't know.
I think at least twice, and both times in my defense, I was wearing a Prison Yoga Chicago T-shirt because I was coming back from jail, and so I think they were like, like we have the body cam, and I was like, hi. I think they maybe just didn't want to mess with the Karen type liberal, whatever. What's it, liberal Lauren or something?
Liberal
like,
is crazy.
I don't know.
Liberal Lauren?
Karen might be
Liberal
Lauren.
Holy shit! You just created a character for me.
You
Thank
know,
It was a team effort.
Lauren, but in any event, no one likes seeing the blue lights.
No.
So you see them, they pull you over.
Yeah, so we're still in the parking lot. They pull me over. My buddy, who my associate,
Yeah.
he already had 5 warrants out.
Oh, motherfucker!
Drugs?
You
said it was heroin.
Drugs, fake prescriptions, and like
He was busting scripts too.
yeah, he was all over the place.
Yeah, man. I don't like being around people that do too
No,
much.
he was
bro.
messy, man. He was.
That's what I'm saying. I
sloppy,
don't like that
He
shit.
would.
So did he? Sorry to interrupt you, but did he bring you into this? Like, how did you get connected with this guy?
Well, at first he was my plug, like to buy my coke.
Okay.
Again, I'm an uppers guy, so
Yeah.
I love, I was buying coke from him, and then eventually, like, he didn't have a car, so then he would start hitting me up, like, Louis, we became real tight.
Yeah. I'm already knowing how that goes.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering kind of the origin of the
Yeah,
connection.
yeah.
Tell him about
Like,
the origin.
My origin story.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta walk back to like where some of this stuff starts.
Yeah.
Like whether it's the hype or the being bad, it's often drugs.
It really is. It all starts with drugs or alcohol or
yeah.
anything like that. But yeah, no, we became real close. And at that point, I didn't. Was I bartending? No, I was. I wasn't working.
Okay.
So like I had a car, and I was like, well, fuck it. Like he wanted to go boosting at first. He was a booster, and then eventually he worked his way up to like figuring out how to do fraud and all this stuff. And so I kind of just, I was right there. So I kind of learned, picked up a few things.
Especially if you got wheels.
Even,
I already know, yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
And then so the dude in the back seat, I don't know how he had the check with my name on it, but the cop knocks on the back seat window, and I roll down the window. He's and then as soon as the window rolls down, dude has this crumbled check and he throws it on the floor, and the cop is just like, "What's that?" The guy's like, "Nothing."
Motherfucker.
And because of that,
It's
that gave him
always
probable
something, like,
cause.
yeah.
Gave him probable cause. Got us all out of the car. It's funny though because I had like an 8-ball on me, and I had literally before we got pulled over, I pulled the visor down, and I just I pulled the little window thing open, closed it shut, and put it up there. they never found that. So back to that, though. We'll get back to that. And so then they pull my buddy's names up. My buddy's name up. He's done. You know, he's toast.
No, they see the warrants, you're fried. Now we on everybody else in the car ass because what y'all got?
Exactly. So they found my name with the checks. My car gets impounded. We go to the Oaklawn police station, and we had to do 2 days there because we had to wait for because it was a weekend. Yeah, it was the weekend.
Who already know?
It was the worst.
Can't see no judge till Monday. Now I'm just in this motherfucker annoyed.
The funny thing is, though, is that my buddy, he has a little pouch with him because he keeps his dope and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I like to call it a crack pack.
Yeah, he had a little crack pack with him, and they didn't find it on him.
From crack hat to crack pack.
My grandma used to have her little crack pack.
Yeah?
Yeah. She ain't
Crack
fuck around. You
hat
better not
to
touch her
crack
crack pack.
pack.
Okay, go get her medicine.
Crack pack, God.
Such a
Those
dark
words should not be coming out of my
childhood.
mouth, but
So-
that is...
So they never found it on him. So then we get taken to Bridgeview Courthouse.
No, but if they find it later, you still fucked.
Oh, I know that, but we go to Bridgeview Courthouse.
We met in jail.
Like,
Fast forward.
So we're in the holding cells in the courthouse, and it's the three of us in there, and it's like other little Mexican guy, and I'm like, yo, you still got your shit? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. So we're literally
getting high in the goddamn holding cell.
getting high in the holding cell before we have to go up to our.
And they for to know you so cooked when you go in front of the judge. The judge actually be wanting to see eye contact and see if you're high.
I'm cool with that, man. Like, I've been high so many times in my life that
I was going to say at that point it was probably just
Yeah.
like baseline.
Yeah, it was nothing. And then so we would feed the little guy as a lookout for us and stuff like that. And so we go up there. My my boy's cooked.
5 warrants.
Yeah, he's done. I get pretrial release.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I get pretrial release.
Nice.
I get out that day. I go get my car from the impound. Fucking hop in the car, turn it on, looking around, falls right on my lap. That little baggie that I left there.
Wow.
And I'm just, it's a victory. I feel I feel like I'm winning right now.
You snuck out.
Yeah, a little Charlie Sheen action. I'm winning. And then the next day I go back out and I start doing it myself. And that's when I started moving too fast. That's when I did not give a shit about not using my name or anything like that. Just money. So then a detective plays super cop, and he somebody reports that somebody cashed a check that they never wrote for or anything like that. So then he goes to the bank.
And can I ask, what kind of amounts were you doing these in?
So usually $700 to $900, anything under $1,000.
But like lucky number. But like, yeah, I was wondering about the amounts. Obviously, if there's something under, and then like, or was there a reason for like 700, 900? It was like lucky numbers for you.
It was always just like what would a wedding DJ like get charged? Or
Okay.
So I was always doing it off
so
like music stuff
logic behind it.
because that's what I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, after a certain amount, you have to
Yes.
do certain clearances and things.
Yeah.
And also
so you
to-
don't want to get close to that amount, so you want to bullshit.
For
and
sure.
Get a couple
Yeah.
hundred under.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
I think
And
it's
also-
$10,000.
Yes,
is,
10,000 is
yeah.
that, and 1,000 I think is a flag on Venmo.
Bingo.
Like there's like those little clips, and also so for our listeners, Louis is a DJ and a producer, so we didn't say that at the top, but that
Yeah.
is why that would make a lot of sense, and we'll come back to that.
Yeah, for sure. And so at that point, the detective gets cameras, and I'm still fighting this case.
Damn, he
st-
went and got the camera footage.
Got the camera footage. Got my got the tellers at the bank to identify me. So then
Not
he's
this nice young man. that
yeah.
they see.
He had neck tattoos and obviously I don't look like your normal fucking person.
No.
So like,
You look like an artist.
thank you, I appreciate that. And so basically he started coming to my house, knocking on doors, and I have to tell my mom, like my OG, like, yo, like I'm not home. I'm never home. Like, and then they got my number. They would start calling me.
Damn.
So I remember I had driven.
This is the detectives.
Yeah, the detectives.
They on your ass.
They're on me. But at this point, it's I was listening to your last podcast, like what Mountain was saying. Like just at this point, my arrogance, I didn't care. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was your headspace? Like, you were just like, they might catch me, or was it like they won't, they might, I don't care.
At this point, it was like,
Combo.
I don't know what I'm deny.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But because I didn't know at that point that they had all that.
Yeah.
That the detective had found all that on me. Like my identification, my license plate, like my car, because they got my car outside the parking lot.
Bank. Damn, bro, you was moving sloppy as hell, gang.
Sloppy,
you
dude.
parking in front of the bank.
I think we've all been in a lie too deep where it's like, I don't know how to pull out of it now. Like, and it could be like a smaller lie, right? Or like a less illegal lie. Like,
you know what?
People still think I'm a twin because I told people when I was younger, I got like bored and told people that my brother and I were twins, and they believed me, and I'm like, I just like kept it going. I was like, this is funny, and you know, like, and I think there was a moment where I had to, you know, anyway, that's obviously a low level lie, but like, point is, I think we all get caught up in stuff, and you're just like that I could have pulled out of, but we do this in relationships all the time. We do this with people all the time, like. You're just like, ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So then I remember it was October 20th. I had came back from hanging out with this chick like a few hours away, and I went to Justice, Illinois, and there's these little trailer parks there. My boy, who eventually I got his lawyer's information because he had an attempt murder. He was on house arrest, but I went to go pick up some stuff from him, and all of a sudden I see like a black SUV passes by, and in Justice, Illinois, in the little trailer parks, like there isn't like the Justice Police can't cruise through there. Like it's only got to be state police.
Oh, they was on your ass.
So I'm chilling. I see that it's kind of sketchy. So I'm just doing as much as I can, and then I go around this little circle drive to get out of the trailer park. All of a sudden, SUV pulls up in front of me. All of a sudden, 2 SUVs pull up behind me, pointing their guns at me, telling me, like, yo, get your fucking hands out the window. Put your hands up. Don't fucking move. Like, get out of the fucking car. So I get out of the car and like, get on the ground. They got their guns pointing at me, and I'm just like, are you sure you got the right guy? They say my name. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm like, but like, why the fuck are they pointing their guns at me? I'm not a violent criminal.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like I'm fraud. Like,
did you have anything on you?
Yeah.
No, I don't mean drugs.
Oh, no weapons.
Okay.
Nothing. I had like a little toy like pellet shotgun thing, but like that wasn't.
No,
nothing.
I was just curious.
No, I'm not a weapons kind of guy. Then. It sucked because my mom's birthday was in 2 days.
Oh, that's lame as hell.
But so I got to my pretrial release for that, and the judge at that point is like, look, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna go home. The prosecutors may not agree with that, but because you have another case, and we're just gonna put this in with your other case. Ugh. So I was like, all right, whatever. Like I get to go home, and then so I was still able to celebrate my mom's birthday, which to me meant a lot.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
to her probably too.
To her too as well, especially since she's like, why the fuck is my son such an idiot?
What was her reaction to all of this?
Wasn't the first time I got in trouble, you know? But she was just like, I don't know what her thoughts really were, you know? Like I think
what was her disposition?
She was probably hurt.
You?
I think if anything, she was more scared and worried because she didn't know if I was gonna get locked up. Because I've never been like locked up like that before. So this was like my first actual stint, my first actual like having to do time. Yeah. So we did that. Then I had to go to court on Tuesday.
Public defender.
Yeah, it was a public defender at that time, and at that moment, they said, you know, you violated your pretrial release with the first one, even though I thought, even because the second case that was added it was the same day that I got arrested. So basically, when I went to that bank, we had hit that bank before we went to go pick up and get, you know, because we had just gotten the money. So then we went to that place, the Planet Fitness area, and then that's when we got caught. So I figured maybe it wouldn't be added as like a different kind of thing, but obviously it was. And so then, they locked me up that day. And I kind of just was in that little holding cell, and I just took a deep breath and was just like, okay. Maybe I was moving too fast, too sloppy, and this is a nice little time to breathe and kind of think about all the bullshit that's been going on. Yeah. And I wasn't expecting to be in there for as long as I was. I was in Cook for 9.5 months fighting my case.
Wait, fighting. So not even found guilty, given time.
Nothing. No, I was fighting I was
which means you could have been found innocent and have served 9 months, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a good system at all.
No, it's all fucked up. But you know, I took what I was given and I tried to make the best of it.
What were you given after 9 months of fighting?
So they dropped all the drug charges, and they gave me one class 3 felony for fraud, one class 3 felony for identity theft, and they gave me 3 years at 50%.
Okay, and this is state, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does 3 years at 50% mean?
That's a year and a half.
So yeah, a year and a half. Yeah.
So I mean, he also get time served for that 9 months. So I mean, you only
9.5 months.
6 months, right?
And then so when I met Kathryn, I was in the old man's deck.
Yeah.
And
which is a fucking blessing.
It was because for 2 months I was downstairs with all the little knuckleheads, which was a learning experience for me.
He said learning experience. I call it hell.
For us too. We taught both. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one was easier.
The first thing I know when they moved me down to the tier, I was in AB, and the first thing everybody was who you is, who you run with, all that stuff, and I'm like, I'm a neutron, dude. Like
they not trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you got to be cool with somebody or this or that.
Who you affiliated with? Who you be with? What hood you from? Where your mama from? Where your grandma from?
But one thing that at first, like, I kind of came in like hot headed, you know, like ready to like scrap.
In your 20s, of course.
I'm in my 30s.
Are you in your 30s when you got bumped?
Yeah, I'm 37 now.
Oh, okay.
This was last year.
Okay, yeah. You was on
we and I are recent friends, but also, I mean, you're not a small guy. Like I can see you walking in
but and there's all the big crazy motherfuckers. Everybody big.
You know.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, it was. But eventually, like, I became real cool with my celly down there. He was like a GD, so I eventually got on the GD line, and like they took care of me. Everything was cool, and I kind of eventually learned how to navigate. How to navigate, you know. What I learned is everybody loves a fraud guy, you know, because everybody wants to make money.
And we need to know what you know.
And
what
physically,
moves you got
lined
up.
Who might be offended by who you hurt and how you hurt them. Like, money and the way it moves in this country is like, to a degree, it's like, we would all fucking steal from a couple people that stole from us.
At the end of the day, like.
So I totally get
like
that.
I was
and
stealing
also without physically harming someone, it's like, again, there's not. It's hard to be like yes, you stole money from people who might have needed their money, like whatever, but it's on the scale of things that people have done. I think it's easiest to empathize with. I was always
under the impression that like I wasn't stealing from the people because they're insured. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get that money back from the bank, especially under a certain amount.
That is true.
So like if anything,
someone stole my ATM card and I got the money back. Yeah.
Exactly. So like
no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. They're gonna get taken care of.
Man,
you know?
Look, nobody.
But you were in lower B. We can come back, to your story.
Yeah, lower A, and then as a musician, lower A. Then I got moved up to upper B with with the 30-something plus people, and I was.
It was way more peaceful.
It was nice, dude.
Motherfuckers up there playing chess.
Like we had bags, we had beanie bags, all that fun stuff. It was a lot more chill, you know. So
and there's a lot of programs actually on B. Like obviously you attended yoga, and again credit to you. Kudos that.
So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah,
because cooking I think was in lower.
Yeah,
right?
It was in lower.
So in upper B, there's still quite a bit of programming, and upper B is largely they split up sort of old guys, young guys there eventually. Like they kind of integrated, I think, them because of a number of reasons. But upper B has yoga, had I think Bible study.
There's AA.
They had a lot of programs coming in upstairs, which is just what it is. And I, again, like, what it hopefully did for you, and we can come back to that. But I do want to just outright give you credit. I mean, Lou's in yoga every week.
Every week. And
a lot of folks showed up there every week.
Yeah, it was kind of bugged me though too, because like I actually went because I needed peace from all that bullshit that was going on in the tiers. You know, and some guys were just like, man, what the girls like, all this stuff. I was like, oh.
You already know. You know the vibe.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, I don't, dude, like, oh, come on, man, refer me. I was like, you're gonna.
You gotta do a referral.
Well, not like referral, but like if I
Yes.
could say, hey, my friend wants to come in, and or this guy that I know would want to try the yoga.
Yeah, there's twofold sort of ways to get on the list. I mean, you have to submit through a formal process to get in on a programming list in county, and so they run through everything from like vaccines to behavior. I think like they make judgments that we don't know why they make them, and they do that very intentionally. And also like that's not our place to really get involved. But people can submit. But yes, of course, like people come in and they say like, hey, can you put this person on the list? This person wants to come. How do they get on? So of course, there's like a personal vouch to a degree as well. Like we'll add anyone to it, but I appreciate that there's filtration going on that we weren't aware of.
Because
I'm
like,
sure with a lot of guys.
Yeah, just because like some of those guys that wanted to come in,
like, I mean, as far as I know them, they come in and they're respectful.
Yeah, exactly. And so like I literally went just because I needed to just get away from some of these fucking guys, and it was nice for me to do that. But then as a musician, as a producer, they have a music program there. And that's right there with the cooking program in the lower B. Mm-hmm. So I was real comfortable where I was at, but I wanted more good time. And I was like, well, fuck it. Maybe like I'll get my creative juices flowing again and, get more distractions and maybe network with more people.
And good time, by the way, for listeners that aren't aware, is hours earned in jail or, prison, but largely at least a Cook County jail for doing good behavior type activities, which can affect your sentencing and things like that, depending on who the judge is and how much they care about how you behaved. It
all depends on the judge. Yeah. It all depends on the judge. But it was awesome because when I got moved down there the night of, the next day, the Whalers actually were like performing a show there that I was able to go and see. And
that's raw as hell.
And like the bands that I've been in predominantly have been like reggae, ska, punk like stuff. So like in my eyes, like I felt like that was kind of a gift from the universe where I'm just like, it's just kind of reminded me, don't forget that this is what you do. Yeah. So like be blessed, feel blessed. Remember who you were before you were doing all this bullshit.
Because you're still him.
Exactly. So it was a nice like remembrance and like kind of like grounding. Mm-hmm. But then I became real tight with a lot of people down there. And then, we would, I did a lot of chess and I still play a lot of chess now. Like every day I play chess on my computer every day, trying to beat that fucking computer.
I gotta play you one of these days, Joe.
We should bring chess in here.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be good.
I'll be playing Julian in chess.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Next time me and Julian link, I'll get your info from Kathryn. I invite you, man.
I don't remember
some of the people that come on the
pod.
I didn't know you played chess. It's
fine.
Such a it's like an old man
the
thing.
Table here and then they walk away with new friends.
Well, no, like because you know how it is. It's like fishing or something, So yeah.
No, I need some peace in my life that has nothing to do with anything too. So
for sure,
I won't crash if it's like a boys thing.
I mean, it's not. We're not making this. Look, I knew he's gonna do that. It's not. You can pull up.
It's not a boys club. It's not a boys club.
It's usually around coffee or cafes and stuff. But
that's fine.
Okay, so we'll play chess.
Yeah.
So you're playing chess downstairs.
Playing chess downstairs. I got real into my fitness. Like a lot of the guys would look at me like I was literally running up and down the stairs, like doing laps, a lot of cardio. I was doing like
burpees.
So like my wrist started hurting because eventually I was doing 200 burpees a day, and
you gotta wrap them at that point. You gotta wrap them for
like I would have to go to the nurses and get like my ibuprofen and stuff like that because it was killing me.
He was going crazy in the dog.
Dude, I had nothing else to do.
You know.
And but then the people that I was hanging out with, like I eventually learned how to make mole.
Shut the hell up! You learned how to make mole inside?
Inside, yeah.
Ooh, I know you was getting good money. You was eating.
Yeah, dude. I was cooking up every Sunday. We would have mole, and so every Sunday my folks would visit me, right? And so since I worked,
which is a blessing too.
I'm glad that they, every Sunday was.
What up? That'll bring a tear to the eye. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. I was glad to see them, and so during the week, because the music program was right across the hall from where the pizzas and stuff were made, they some of the guys would be like, "Hey, Louis, come here real quick." All right, cool. And they're like, "Hey, I need you to take this upstairs," and it's like literally like a kilo of sugar. And I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. So I would sneak up like a kilo of sugar. They would bring up yeast, and literally for like the whole week we would prepare hooch. We would make our own hooch. So then on
that's some scientific shit though. Really, y'all scientists at that point.
Dude, the fact that the knowledge that people get in there to how to do this or how to do that, like,
it's a lot of science.
it blows my fucking mind. You know, like some engineers in there that don't know they're
people
engineers.
People are very resourceful.
Very resourceful when they need to be. And so I would go on a visit, come back, the hooch would be ready. So then, we'd start drinking. I'd, feel good because I just saw my people. And then later on that night when we got re-released in the evening time, I would make the mole for everyone, for the table and stuff. And it was like in every Sunday tradition. I'd make a spicy mole and then I would make a non-spicy mole.
I need that spicy mole. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit was
damn. You just took me back, bro. I need that, man. Shit.
Yeah, I wasn't making the pizza puffs or nothing like that. But
you wasn't making the burritos though.
Nah.
No.
I mean, I've had burritos my whole life, man.
Yeah.
I didn't want jail burritos. I wanted like a carne asada or like al pastor burrito. Fuck that ramen bullshit. You know
that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
a whole bunch.
The whole filler was just ramen and cheese.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, so then I got sentenced. Took my time, and then I was had to do 3 weeks in Joliet. So that they can find the prison I was going to go to, which I ended up going to Lincoln.
Oh, ain't Lincoln still open? I thought it was old as hell.
No, Lincoln's open still.
Yeah, okay.
And but it's more like a military school because it's
what is it?
It's all dorms.
Really?
It's all dorms. So like
minimum security.
Yeah, basically, man. It's minimum security jail. Easy peasy. The programs there horrible. They didn't have any programs.
Interesting.
I heard about how bad they programming is there actually.
Because you would take a test, and I literally if I scored like an 8.5, and they only really give programming to people that score like a 9 or like a perfect score, almost like that. So like it kind of like blew my mind. I couldn't even.
What kind of tests? Like
English, math, reading.
You had to pass all that stuff to get a program?
Yeah. Like to be able to.
Yeah, Kathryn, let it marinate. Damn, that motherfucker got to pass.
Obviously, it's marinate. I can't understand. What am I missing?
Because there's
keeping people stupid. Obviously,
it's a way for them to say that they don't need more money for programming because people don't qualify for the program.
Yep, and so whatever money that they do get.
Okay.
Yeah. There was some lawsuits going on apparently because the warden, there was rumors that she was like, pocketing all that.
Dog. When I be hearing stuff like that, I be mad as hell because I look like a crazy conspiracy theorist.
No, and it was wild. It was really wild. But I mean, I chilled basically. Again, just a lot of chess. I got some letters from some people too, from some friends that finally found out where I was and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. And we got a TV. So, I'm on my bunk bed just watching TV.
Oh, in your room?
In my room.
Cell? That's nice.
Yeah, so, and then just a lot of reading as well. Reading, and the gym, working out. We actually had like a football tournament.
On some great, what the fuck is that movie with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, but like The Longest Yard.
Yeah. What the fuck?
We actually had like a football tournament, and it was like per deck, and but it was like flag football. I know.
I'm trying to crack them off. I want to do some dirty.
Yeah, I should think so.
Yeah. No, it was definitely flag football for specific reasons.
Oh, yeah. This shit might turn to a riot.
Yeah. Oh, you already know.
So we were creating our own programs or at least activities to a degree. And then you got released when officially?
I got released November 6th, 2024.
6th. Okay.
And it was 10 days before my pop's birthday. He was turning 90.
That's raw as hell.
Wow.
Okay, that's good timing.
So it worked out, but I wasn't supposed to get out till mid-January, but because I've never been locked up before or in prison, good behavior.
You was going to programming?
I was doing as much as I can, and so they hit me with that good time. I wasn't even expecting it. I had no expectations. I was getting ready, just preparing myself. January is it, whatever, it's chill. And then bam, just got out November 6th. And
first thing you did when you got out?
I bought 2 White Claws on the train ride home.
I hear, we hear that from a lot of people.
Like immediately.
2 White Claws on the train ride home.
White Claw though, of all. That's your bag?
That's my shit.
Yeah.
'Cause growing up in my 20s, like 30 racks of PBR, you know, 30 racks of PBR, keggers, and I gained like 100 pounds, like a 50 to.
That's right. You're a gym guy. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I gained a lot of weight. So this
what
is.
did you say before the episode? Claw for the law.
What did I say? Sure drinking a White Claw to obey the law.
That's right. That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, obey the law.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You know, people get silenced for way less nowadays in America. I'm a great abiding citizen. Please don't make.
I know our clip got muzzled today for sure. I put up a clip about kind of what we were just saying, like everybody commits crime, and like you were talking about the warden, right? Everybody steals, everybody does some degree. I don't give a fuck whether you stole your Starbucks or like. I obviously had a million comments on it and like YouTube from white men that were like, well, look at this little liberal girl and her privilege. Wow, I guess I'll get one word right. Look at this little liberal girl, white girl, and her privilege speaking about everybody does crime, and I was like, yeah. That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
Everybody does crime.
Yeah. Thank you for your listening
comprehension.
They don't like that.
But that clip got stuffed today because it was. You also said it. I think in the clip, your president has 30 felonies. So somewhere.
I saw that clip.
Why they be mad when I say that?
That got buried.
They be so.
I don't know. We need to get Michelle and Tyler will get on it. We need to change words and captions was my fault, but like there's like bleeping and stuff that you have to do now so that the stuff can.
So that the AI don't fucking can you like that.
Yeah. So just so I guess just to reiterate, the warden
we obey
was
the law on Claw. To reiterate.
The warden was what did they say? Apparently, or what did they say? Allegedly pocketing money.
Man,
not saying she did.
Yeah. Well, and you did say it was hearsay. People said.
Yeah.
No, the streets be talking, Joe. You know that. It's just unfortunate, man. So when you got back, what was your mindset like? What was some of the things you struggled with?
I guess depression, really. Like, how do I get back on my feet? Like, what do I do? How do I like?
What did that mean for you? Like, get back on your feet. What did you want to do, or were you trying to figure that out?
I guess. So my pop's Alzheimer's got real bad, and so that was one thing that I had to really like cope with because I didn't know it was that bad until I got home.
And then to come home and what the things that you typically use to cope, you can't cope that way no more.
So there's like I had to stay because we didn't have like right now we have like someone coming Monday through Friday like from 8:45 in the morning to like 12:45.
Oh damn! Only half a day.
Only half a day, yeah, to help him out. And so, but we didn't have that when I first got home. So like, and my mom works, so like that was kind of my thing for a moment, you know, taking care of him, looking out for him. And so that kind of stopped me from like looking for work because somebody needed to be home. I didn't have my car anymore because I got a lawyer and it was either get my car to the tow yard or pay for a lawyer.
Always lawyer.
But at this point, like the way my case went, I feel like I should have just gotten my car out because like my PD probably could have done the same bullshit. But at the same time, like my car was too hot. So either way, like in hindsight, you learn some stuff. So then that kind of like mentally kind of like drained me, you know, dealing with all that at home. And then I didn't want to go back to bartending because I wanted to get back into music production as soon as I possibly could. But it was overstimulating, I would say at first, because I'd open up a project and I would look at everything. It's just like, so the way I look at it is like, all right, there's the DAW. It's like an empty canvas, you know? And like my job is to make it busy, like put the pieces of the puzzle together. And so like I would put pieces together, but it was like I couldn't like add any like reverb or delay just because like it was like overstimulating me. Like I would like put some.
You probably remembered being on coke doing it before, right?
Well,
was that any kind of like?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No, it didn't affect that at all.
But it seemed like the sensory.
If anything, like the coke got in the way of me
okay.
like focusing more on music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like I felt like it was too much. So like it literally took like probably like 4 months before like I could actually like finish a song. You know, because I'd go from like let me add this sample, let me do these drums, let me do little keys, some synthesizers, let me, you know, little add this and that. But like after a minute and a half, like I would always get to the drop of a song and then like never go back to it ever again just because it was too much.
Yeah.
It was just too much. So then, I play the bass a little bit or the guitar, I write a little bit. It just, the music wasn't doing it, and then I had no like escape, so like I didn't know what to do.
Because just to check, so you didn't have any programming or anything that you was like put in when you came home to help you get recalibrated back with society?
No, just parole.
No type of, and so with your PO didn't set you up with no type of job training, no type of therapy,
nothing.
So with that being last year, what are some things that you wish you would have had, or that you think you should have had, or someone else would need?
It would have been nice to like maybe like get like a just a referral or something to see like a therapist to kind of just be like, all right, so what have you learned? Like
which is about to be my question.
Yeah, maybe she can.
Or what do you still need? What have you not learned?
Yeah,
there could still be gaps.
Like, what can we help you with, like, to get you back to being like a productive member of society?
Yeah.
Because
it's like a social worker too.
Yeah.
At that point, right?
Yeah, at that point.
You got kids. Your kids probably need stuff. We used to call it wraparound services. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because at that point, what you also needed was help for your pops. You know what I'm saying? So you need somebody to say, "Yo, there's this grant for people with these type of situations." Because at that point, you're like a what do you call it? A home care person.
Yeah,
yeah. So it's like
I tried for that too though, but because of my record.
And so I know they got a workaround, but once that F on you, yeah, because the state got to pay you for that.
Yeah. So the most that they did for me was give me like a link card for when I got home.
Well, that's still a blessing, because if you got the F, sometimes they don't give you the link.
Yeah. So I mean, that was the most. But for me, like, money wasn't shit. Like, I didn't care about that stuff. Like, I needed my mind to be right. I wanted my mind to be right. So literally reading and chess. I kept up with the reading and the chess when I like came home.
Yeah.
Because like the chess would just keep my mind from anything else. And so like I've really become really in love with the game now. And so yeah, like.
You ever thought about hitting up like some tournaments, or like what they call those, like not like professional, like almost semi-professional clubs?
I never. Are there some out here?
Yeah, it's clubs, and because not everybody go pro. Some people just want to play in different leagues, and you can meet people that way. I find that chess players are a little bit more level-headed, so I don't have to do a lot of like paranoid. I'm on my square. I gotta watch you, study you, do all that. Because chess players are pretty straightforward. They own what they own type shit.
I like I don't mind getting my ass beat, because that's when I learned some new moves and new tricks and stuff like that. But
networking too, though,
But networking too. But then
and chess is all about thinking about like the next play, right? Like not actually being emotionally reactive. A lot like yoga, honestly.
And but yeah, no, I had I just didn't want to go back to bartending, because I was a bartender for years, and especially being out in the burbs. Having it like public transportation now all the way to the city, because you don't make money bartending out in the suburbs, man. And I don't want to be around the kind of people that go to the bars out in the suburbs.
Different.
Very different.
Michelle's snapping.
She knows.
Yeah,
she knows. So I didn't know where to go, what to do, but eventually I got back into the music. Some people would hit me up to like mix their songs, and so. Master their songs. And so now I'm just trying to build up a clientele, trying to work with some new clients, and just trying to do it right, like really just like I'm not getting any younger. And as somebody that's like been like touring and playing shows and writing since I was like 12 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. Like I've lost a lot of time like with like family events and like cousins' birthdays.
Sacrificed it, brother.
A lot of sacrifices. At this point, I don't want that to be in vain. Like I don't want to lose any of that time that I like invested. So like I really just need to make this work. Not need, but I want to make this work.
You will make this work.
And I will make this work. So
if you're listening, man, please book this brother. He's an audio engineer. He mix and master. That's right. So if you got a song and it suck and it sound like Dookie, link. If you got a little bit of label money, book that brother to come into the studio with you, because you go and do the studio sessions with people, right?
I do whatever, man.
But then you make the beats too, right?
Yeah. I got my own studio too. Like they can come and kick it.
Okay. Hey, lock in. I'm sorry. I don't know if this is the right time, but how best way for people to reach you if they want to check out some of your stuff?
They could just check my Instagram, which I think my handle is _Lui Chong.
I think so.
LuiChong.
Yeah, and we'll plug it again at the end, which we are
And we
coming
can put
up
like
on.
a little third under so people can see it.
Yeah, and I know that you guys too will like do clips, and then you
Of
like
course,
will tag,
we'll collab,
tag my
we'll
page.
tag,
Yeah,
we'll
So
do all
that
that
collaborating that way you can
Exactly.
do
We'll shout it out. We'll include all of the stuff in the show notes too, so that
For
people
sure,
can
yeah.
find you for sure. I think, Louis, there's one to your point about wanting to make this work, willing to make it work, and especially in the production vein, like having a vision and having an intention. One thing that we hear repeatedly from people that have been locked up is like that's a really important while you're inside. It's like the not just the will, but like the light of like this is actually like being able to pinpoint this is why and this is what I want to move toward and this is what I want to do. And I obviously not only saw that in you, but you were very communicative about that when we were doing yoga. And I was talking about the podcast and letting people know that we're running the yoga scholarship and everything as I did after every class. And you and I were in discussion about it for a while, like maybe coming in and getting involved with Beyond Bars. And I was super hyped about it. And it reminded me, this conversation, of this one moment, which we can absolutely cut from the episode if it feels like too sort of like exposing. But I remember a moment, I think when we thought that you were about to get out, and I thought it was about to be my last yoga class with you. And I remember toward the end of class, I think I was saying something like pretty innocuous, but I looked over and I could see a little bit of like tears behind your eye. And I also almost broke because I knew something hadn't gone your way. Maybe I think you had court and you're like, I'm actually not going to, I can't remember if you even told me or not, but I remember the moment where I saw you. And I think it's important to sort of like talk about those moments. First of all, I'm curious as to like what happened and what was going through your mind and if you even remember that. But also like the way that people are allowing jail to operate is because the dehumanizing of a situation like that, of being like, I actually like he committed fraud, fuck him. You know, like they're different than me. I didn't make that mistake. Like that kind of situation wherein in the reality is like we've all made mistakes, and the opportunity to like move forward when you're ready to move forward like is taken away from you. That's what I was experiencing sort of like third party in that moment with you, and my heart broke for sure, like that, because we had already established the sort of path to progress, and I didn't know what had happened. And so when I heard, by the way, that you were on lower B, I was like like at least with Erica, at least he's doing yoga, you know, like it's not,
totally,
because we never know what happens.
Yeah, Erica was chill as fuck too. Like
Erica's cool. Shout out Erica, she's our treasurer and another yoga teacher in Cook County. But I assume that was when maybe you decided to take time. I don't know, or if you were just getting transferred. Do you remember what was going on then?
I think that was when my lawyer and I were trying to go for probation, and it wasn't the prosecution was like, no, he's had probation. Like I've had probation twice in my life already, so they're like, we can't do it anymore. But I never knew that there was like a limit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what
they just didn't want to offer it to you.
Yeah, they
exactly.
Yeah,
because what the hell?
And again, we can cut that if that feels like a little much, but
I'm not a man that hides from my emotions, you know?
Well, I found it to be really like also not refreshing. I mean, many more men in our classes are in touch with their emotions, I think, than again, people might expect, but it just felt so like, and I hate to sort of like glorify it because it was so sad, right? But it just was very raw. And I like, although my heart broke in that moment, very much appreciated that you seemed to be like feeling your feelings like in that class and have, you know, and processing them. And that had nothing to do with me, much more with yoga, much more with the group, much more with everyone. I think feeling like, you know, they like that's what getting in your body does, right? Is it allows you to experience like the full broad spectrum of your emotions. But it's not like I want to say like I commend you for that. It just was like, it was a very powerful moment for me as well to like, I don't know if I came home and like we picked up the pod again. Like I don't remember what happened, but I walked out of there and was like, that I got to pick up the pace here too.
Yeah, right. No, I get it. I think a lot of it was like reflecting, you know, like being mad at myself at that point. I think really just like, what the fuck, Louis? Like you really fucked up, you know, because assuming that I wasn't going to be there for that long and putting expectations on things. You know, obviously you're always going to hurt yourself when you put expectations on anything. And I just like at that moment, I know that I had just lost a family member. My aunt was fighting cancer, and she finally had passed away.
Sorry.
And so that was one thing that like was really fucking with me, just because I wanted to get home.
Yeah.
I wanted to get home. Nothing mattered at that point, but just like wanting to like be there for like my family.
And expectation is hard, but like again, hope is a requisite, right? To be able to, I think, move forward. Like maybe not hope. I don't know what the word is, but some reason.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's like I felt hopeless at that point, you know, and just the behind the scenes shit with like my lawyer and like the way he was playing shit, like that shit really really frustrated me, and like. Just I felt like he was just kind of playing around, like he's not taking it as serious because
it's not as serious for him as it is for you.
Yeah, exactly. Or like he's got other guys that are fighting, you know, for their lives because they did attempt murder. I was like, I don't give a fuck if those guys did attempt murder or not, but like
I'm your client too.
I'm paying you fucking money, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to like look at me like you do those guys. I don't care if it's fucking fraud. Okay, like I'm still here. And I don't know why the fuck I'm still here. I don't know why the fuck you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know why you're not showing up to court that day. But like, and then just give me more continuances. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So get me the fuck out of here. You know, so that was just another frustrating. Excuse my language too, by the way.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, that was just like, that shit really hurt me. Because I felt like I had the support system there with like my parents and my friends, but like just not being there, you know, and the person that, you know, I'm looking at to get me out of there like isn't taking it as serious as possible.
So you said in hindsight you would have gone with a public defender?
Yeah, especially like my mom became kind of close with some ladies that would actually visit their sons too at the same time, and I got real close with those guys as well, and like one of them is still in there, and like his mom actually just came to my house like a couple weeks ago.
That's community, man.
Just to hang out, yeah. And she, you know, especially with all the Trumps and ICE stuff and all that stuff happening. That's a whole nother thing. But like
that adds an element to it, though. You know.
Yeah, my mom just like went to go get her passport because I mean she's a citizen, but like the way she got here in the trunk of a Buick, and when she was 18 years old to California, and eventually like in her 30s
did all of the stuff.
Yeah, she's a citizen now, but like she's super like scared and super worried and all that stuff. She's like, Louis, you need to go get your passport. She was like, why? Like, look at me.
No.
I look like a white guy.
That's so funny as hell, but you know, it's just she worried about you because we live in an era that nobody can really say they ever seen in America. You can't say you seen this shit like this. You know, so even my grandma be scared as shit. And I'm black as fuck. But you know, just concerned because if they see things that they've never seen before, how can they protect their babies, you know?
I think that's the thing too.
Yeah. So I guess we all got to move different. Do you think that in this climate where you got ICE in Chicago, which is the weirdest shit in the world, how do you think that impacts your ability to bounce back and be the best version of you?
There's two sides of it. Just because I have a big mouth.
Oh,
you know, like I don't give a shit. Like, you know, I'll get into it with ICE if I need to, you know. But again, that will get me in trouble, and that will affect the outcome of certain situations. So I have to really like look at it and really think about what I would do or what I would say in these certain situations, because not even then like will they like affect, like could it affect me, but like it could go back to like my mom, and they could really, you know, like come after her, even though she is a citizen.
Yeah,
but she's not a natural born citizen.
Nobody's above harassment.
No. And, you know, I mean, even, you know,
they don't give a fuck.
At this point, you know, even Trump, like, was saying, you know, we're coming after the homegrowns eventually, too.
They don't
you know?
care. Yeah, absolutely not.
Ain't his wife from, never mind. I don't know what.
She's from the Epstein plane, no?
It did say she came with a Netflix for subscription. That is crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, I'm laughing from pain. What was it we used to say with Monk? Dry crying?
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to spend some time on some of the news stuff today. It's hard to even, we do have to like wrap soon, so it's hard to even begin to digest what happened with, you know, everything from the lynchings and
how are you doing with all of this stuff?
With all the politics stuff?
Oh, yeah, all
free
this,
speech
yeah.
to ICE.
I'm really bummed. So I don't know anything about. Because I saw your stories earlier, and it said something about Kimmel. So they're not.
Yeah, they pulled him from the air after they made a joke, not about, by the way, Charlie Kirk or his death, or even Trump. It was about MAGA. And the movement trying to suggest that he wasn't one of theirs when he did grow up in a Republican family.
Yeah.
So he made, and that's not to say anything about the kid or mental
No, it's
illness
just the
or
truth.
whatever.
It's just the truth.
Yeah, it's just was a joke on the truth, and they pulled him immediately, canceled the show. So not like Colbert, and I mean that was obviously an intentional political cancellation as well. But also these shows, they're not making a lot of money. The business is not good for what like AI can do now and podcasts can do. So like that's what they're gonna hide behind. But pulling him the moment of the joke, it was very intentional. In addition, if you like follow the money all the way up, right? It's because ABC and their parent company, I think Nexter or whatever, is trying to acquire a company that needs approval from the FCC.
The FCC approval is,
and the FCC
like,
approval. The FCC chairman, obviously appointed by Trump, has to approve that and recommended that they terminate Kimmel after the comment. So it's like it's a simpler. Deal. Yeah, it's a back alley deal. It's simpler math than you were doing.
Yeah. Well, it's just like Kimmel was my favorite, like late night, like really, like since Trump got reelected, like I look forward to his monologues like every night on YouTube. Like it gives me something like to like enjoy. Yeah. Because he's a funny fucking dude. Like I really enjoy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And so it really like broke my heart. Like I didn't know if like this was just talk or whatever, but
yeah. And my tweet is I put this out a number of times on any social platform. Any single time something happens where the free speech warriors were like, well, it's about cancel culture. I was just like, weird, since cancel culture is dead. And to be clear, like, because there's a lot of people being like, this isn't cancel culture, don't be stupid. I'm aware, right, that this is actually government overreach. This is fascism. But I'm just saying the same thing over and over because I've been saying it. Like that was what they were like willing to die on, was this idea that like cancel culture was killing comedy. It's like such a dick. Like I can't.
This hypocrisy is just fucking
like,
wild.
It's so infuriating that whole sphere, and that's just like from a that's like those are our people embarrassing us. Like those are fellow comedians that don't understand what they do understand. They don't care. Yeah. They're just like in it for the money and just crawling up his ass just as far as anyone else like in his administration. But it's just so fucking embarrassing. It's like obviously the rest of like it's violent. It is. We are in a fascist state now. Like when the president of the United States can pull a comedian off the air because of a joke that he made, not even about him, but in his general direction. Yeah. Like
he's been wanting Kimmel off the air for a while.
Yeah,
though.
And he said it with all of them, right? And by the way, like no one fucking watches network TV anyway. Like him and Colbert hopefully will start a podcast together, But
something.
Like I keep thinking about like there's gonna hopefully be like just like Zateo News, around specific, not really around specific issues, but there's gonna have to be another like deep-pocketed Democrat and deep-pocketed like decency. I mean, because we're self-funded here as well. Like, there's going to have to be more people that are willing to fund and fuel actual sort of like free speech, whether it's entertainment, news, the whole thing, and it'll be interesting to see sort of like how that comes up.
It's like we're gonna have to like go underground and like release the shit.
Truly,
kinda
it's
like,
gonna have to be community,
like pirated, like pirate radio,
and then pull up. And then the only thing that I can think of now that I mean, obviously people are canceling like Hulu, Disney Plus, like all the subscriptions. It's just like turn the TV off. Kendrick was a year ahead. Turn your TV off. Like there's nothing else that we can do. It's about money. The whole thing.
What's
going to
happen
money.
to Guillermo? Is what I'm thinking. Like poor dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope bro get a show somewhere else. They give him something, Joe. I mean, but that's they.
And to your point, as a producer too, like 200, another couple, 200 people with Colbert. I think it's 60 with Kimmel at least. Like people out of work. And granted,
losing their job in this economy is crazy. For people to cheer for that is the most asinine thing I've ever seen. It's
just some crybaby bullshit. I remember when I was on when I would use Facebook to like kind of debate with white people and their bullshit. I would literally
me
call
specifically.
Yeah, no. fucking liberal Lauren.
Fucking Lauren.
That's a callback. I like that. Yeah, liberal Lauren.
Comedy isn't dead. Here we go.
And so like I would call them dirty Yakubians.
Incredible.
And I would literally
Yakubians.
Yakubians.
Wow, that really does sound like a slur.
You was in there fuck with the 5%ers and shit. He was in there getting knowledge. This motherfucker was in there.
Yakubians.
Dirty Yakub, you know, and he knows, yeah. But I would literally, like, my account would get deactivated for 90 days.
Easily.
Yeah.
For saying that.
Easily. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I do. I even have, and you know, while we wrap up here, because we'll plug everything else everyone's got going on promotionally and everything shortly. I immediately lost my train of thought. Oh, you know, I do want to keep adding, like, we appreciate, by the way, all of our listeners, people that tune in, especially from clips and like see stuff and then come and find us. Our numbers have grown like a lot again in the last week because of a couple clips that people translated into actually wanting to see long form content, and we know that that's like you giving us your time is not something that we take lightly. So thank you for spending any hours with us, and if you made it all the way through this, we're self-funding. That is not something that can continue forever. So if you happen to be knowing any of these sort of like big pocketed liberals, or we'd like to work with, and we were about to, and then some things just kind of like priorities shifted, but we'd like to work with some what's the word that I want to use? Value-aligned cannabis companies, because we know y'all are trying to do work around decriminalization as well and moving in the direction of like responsible consumership, because you should be, right? Like there's a lot of people in jail that, you know, built the industry that you're now profiting from. So
that's very true.
So, you know, I just want to plug that as well. Like, we really do need some sponsorship from this, and I'm not afraid to ask for it anymore because my money is running out.
And I want y'all to like consider the different types of ways of support. In-kind donations, recommendations. You can plug us with people, introduce us to people.
Share our stuff. The more
share
numbers
our
that
stuff.
we have,
That helps. Share my shit. No, but
it really does. The more, like, we're at a YouTube, and just for anyone's like, oh God, another person asking for something. We're actually like pretty close on YouTube to being whatever the approved sort of like money making.
Oh, sick.
Type creator is TikTok and Instagram. Again, we're moving toward like 15K between the two. Like we are putting in the work, and we appreciate any of the shares and comments and likes, because again, some of these clips are going to be buried because we believe that we're telling the truth. At least we're fucking trying.
Which is why I also don't want you to feel like this is a situation where you come from a certain background so you can't support. This is a podcast that is independent of all of the fuckery that makes you feel like you can't speak your truth, right? And so people come here, they speak their truth. We indulge in the First Amendment. So if you believe in the First Amendment, if you believe in people coming together and creating community to make their community better, this is what you should be supporting. This is how you vote. You vote with your dollar. You vote with your attention. You vote with intention. So if you could please help us keep this alive, I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, that could be something as simple as helping connect us to a small company that wants us to do some ads for them or something like that. We believe in transparency.
We don't need a lot of money.
We don't need a lot of money. I don't even live in $1 million house. Kathryn didn't say this, but we're probably not going to take money from gross companies that kill children. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, I think that's a given, but thank you for saying
Well, no,
that.
you got to say that in America because, you know.
I don't know that they'd be offering. I literally thought about that earlier today. I was like, God, we might never make money. But that's not true. There are people out there that exist in this economy that do both want to make money, have money, and are trying to help do better and put back totogether this
I feel like
country.
ramen would be a good sponsor for you guys. Whoever makes
ramen? Shit.
Whoever makes the whoever makes the ramen for
totally.
like everyone. I bet you everyone talks about
Ben and
ramen.
Jerry. Put Ben and Jerry down. Can we get Jerry to come on the podcast? I would love to because you seen bro ain't got no job. He got time.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
We can invite him in, Jimmy Kimmel. They don't got shit going on. That was so dirty.
Maybe
You can get Guillermo to sit in the corner.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, the point is, like, while we're asking for your support and very much appreciate the support and attention, like, it's because we're trying to create platforms where people can speak and just like actually tell their stories and check us where we're wrong and tell us like what the truth for them is and what the growth pattern is and like why this system is broken. right? Like why it is punitive, how it is punitive, because we can say that over and over and we can spit the facts as we do every, so often, but it is like human stories that, and change the narrative, because humans only heal through relationship, like direct relationship. It's a fact. It's unfortunate, right, that we could see something and be like, yeah, but like I can click past that, especially on the internet, but even in person, right? You can walk by someone that's homeless that you don't know. Like we do this a lot where we really just we're all trying to like get through the day. But the second that you know somebody's story, the second that you know somebody, which is why I even brought up that moment between us, because even as someone that had been teaching yoga in jail for 10 years, like it is the moments in which you experience like compassion and a degree further empathy for someone that that actually changes the course of what pattern you might have already been on, or what like brain pathway you may have already been on. So that's why we're doing we tried to plug your stuff. We gotta wrap up here, but sure. Tell everyone your social again, and we will obviously put it in the show notes.
I just
and
any
make sure other sort of
one.
like closing thoughts and things you want to make sure that the people's
you guys can find me on Instagram at _Lui Chong, LUICHONG, and from there I got a link to all my links where you guys can check out my SoundCloud and Twitter and all that, or X as the kids call it now. And just
you got a Snapchat for Khiry to link with, or one time.
I think there's a Snapchat.
I've been so good. You guys really sold me out at the top of this episode. I don't know if we're going to keep it in the podcast.
I think we should.
But
gotta keep it.
Are we talking about the whales and the
whale
salmon?
semen and the salmon semen.
We don't just be on here talking about fish now. I just don't want that to think.
It was really you had one coming.
Public.
Come on.
You're sick, bro.
Come on.
You did that with mint nails. You're so sick. No. Fuck it.
I mean, the white people's finger guns is like I say black people's head nod. I never finished a joke about that, but it was a fun premise. to my whites in the corner. to the one white watching this episode, it won't be more than one. It won't be more than one.
They
it's
be
my
mad
mom.
as hell.
No. I got a lot of white friends.
Shout out to Diane, my mother.
It's a pretty name.
It's better than liberal Lauren.
Yeah. Thank you for not naming me Lauren, Diane.
That's hilarious.
Hi, Diane.
Catherine's close.
Wanted to Ask a Comedian is doing a couple shows at the end of October. So if y'all can start tapping in, October 30th, we're going to be at the Comedy Plex in Oak Park.
Ooh.
And then November 1st, we'll be in Lincoln Lodge, the main room. So we need as many people. So get your babysitters and things together. And also, tell
them about what Ask a Comedian is real quick again.
Ask a Comedian is a really cool show that I produced that allows you to come and see nationally touring comedians, Chicago's own comedy scene comedians that are killing. You see a set, but then you're allowed to use QR codes around the room. You scan them and submit questions and see a comedian answer your questions live after the set.
So you ask me anything with
after you see me talk about my dick and balls, what question do you have?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Or it could be about like my favorite,
I mean, or
if
farts.
You hear us say
it could be
anything
farts
on here, or reference any kind of jokes, or want to come embarrass us live because you don't like something that we said on the podcast, bring it. Because people like to fight. Everybody wants their voice heard, and Khiry may or may not, read it, but.
You could do like a right versus left thing.
Also, you could be more fun. Maybe you could decide that we're fun, and then you can come and you can see you get to hear the comedian sets first. So then you might change your mind about whatever you think about us from a pod.
Indeed, and also the world is changing, and so as the world changes, I want to encourage everyone to know that if you allow your oppressor to take the people next to you when they come for you, no one will be there to help you.
White people. I mean, everybody, but everybody, but white people calling me a race traitor on the internet.
Joe, you be wow. I've had this talk with so many people recently about you because I'm like, they're informing me of new slurs. Like I didn't even know.
What was the one?
Mud shark.
Oh, mud shark has been.
When I saw mud shark, that's what I did. I was like, what the fuck?
I had to look it up. It's basically like Harry Potter's mud blood. It's like you dirty, like interracial.
You ever seen those sharks that be at the bottom of the water and they like kick up
like
dust and stuff?
It just sounds like a piece of poo that looks like a shark.
No, it's more like a shark that be in pool.
Yeah, it's like like rolling in the mud type. It's really not
stupid. Yeah.
Yes, I think Mudblood is a
Mudblood is a perfect equivalent.
But also, yeah, no, these people are sick. I don't even understand why they hate you so much. They never talk about nobody else. They be like, fuck the other guest, fuck the other host, fuck the other host, fuck them. I want Kathryn. I'm like, damn, what did you do?
Some of the insults are getting really specific too. It's always in my like sort of like race dating or anything. Like it's when I start being like, oh no, like actually white men. People get so mad. So mad. What's my favorite one? Oh, someone DM'd me the other day to hang myself, and I was like, that
what the
fuck? Racial. Yeah,
black men are being lynched.
You should definitely
are being lynched.
That is crazy. Yeah, hang yourself.
Yeah, y'all definitely need some sponsors and stuff. Really dealing with all that bullshit.
Listen, I'm not a martyr. I'm not a victim. I made my choices, and I will continue to make them. So for anyone that's like interested in listen for whatever white men, you're not going to listen all the way through this podcast. But if you have white men that are offended by me, or unless if you're really rage listening to this all the way through the end,
thank you.
I guess thanks.
If you rage listen all the way through, you
and honestly,
drop.
Yeah, for sure. That was my first fucking thought. You were you're jerking it to your hate. And
shit!
You know,
and
your
hate.
What's a hate jerk for sure?
Place, so.
And honestly, if you're doing it, if you have listened all the way through this and you still want to drop a comment at me, fucking do it. I actually welcome it if that's what you really want to do. You've already, if you have even listened to part of this, you've already dropped it, is the situation. But okay, I have every week at the Lincoln Lodge, which thank you to Lincoln Lodge for hosting this as always. We gotta fucking put that at the top. Can we remind me, show notes? We need to like do some stuff to tighten this up. Every Thursday at 7:00, we run a new material show at the Lincoln Lodge. I run a new material show at the Lincoln Lodge called The Thursday Show. Come through, come see it. It's cheap, it's fun. You get to see comedians try their new jokes. And what else do I have coming up? I might be on the road a little bit. I'm around this weekend. I'm around next week. I don't know. My socials, Kathryn Gong, Khiry the Comic, on TikTok, and we'll be back on the rest of the webs soon. We don't have to talk about it. Lui Chong, we would like to... Any last words?
No, just thank you guys. Thank you, everyone, for your time. I appreciate it. Kathryn, thank you so much. You've always been a good support system while I was locked up, and you still look out for me out here now too. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Aww. My boy over here, love. You know what I'm saying? And
I knew you guys would be buds quickly.
And hopefully I get to whip some asses in chess.
Yes.
And thank you to the young lady over there,
thank you, Michelle,
and the gentleman
producer,
over here as well.
Tyler running camera. In tech, thank you to Christian and the Lincoln Lodge, and thank you, Louis, again for coming on, sharing your story. It takes a huge amount of strength, I think, and a man to come through and say like, this is what I did, and this is where I'm at, and this is what I'm looking for.
Well, I think I'm going to use this platform to promote to all my friends and to everybody that doesn't know that that was locked up. This is kind of what happened, and so I'm gonna, promote the hell out of this so that I don't have to tell people through message what the fuck happened.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm glad that we gave hopefully the widespread platform and opportunity. Hell yeah.
So you got a lot more white listeners as well. So
that did sound like I was calling for them. I just want to be clear. I'm not whoever and however you are. Thank you, hopefully, for the well-intended support or whatever or otherwise. But. Thank you to Alto Louis' new listeners and fans, and I'm doing too much now.
Yeah. Welcome, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Oh, she did the damn guns.